Hi everybody and welcome back to our cooking show. Today, Ma, what are we making?
One of my favorite desserts, black forest cake.
And we'll show you just how to make it coming up next
on Love What You Eat.
Okay, so what you want to do first step is always preparing your baking sheets. So what we did is we lined it with some parchment paper that you just honestly, what you do is you would fold the big sheet of parchment paper into a triangle. You would put it in the center of your pan, and then you would basically cut. And then when you open it up, it ends up being the whole diameter of your pan. And then it fits perfectly in here. So, and then we always like to secure it a little bit more because we really want these cakes to release nicely. So my mother's just using some vegetable lard. You can use what you wish.
Some shortening, even butter.
Butter, vegetable lard, as you wish. Okay. So she's just gonna generously grease it all around. And then she's going to put the parchment back inside. Here you go. Now we have double protection, and then she's gonna again on top of the parchment.
There you go.
So that when the cake cools and we invert it after to flip it out and let it fully cool, we just peel off that parchment very easy, and the cake stays intact. So it's a visual cake because we want this cake, depending on how you decorate it, some might frost it fully. We might choose to show a little bit of the cake. So we want to make sure that the sides of the cake stay intact and nothing pulls off. So this is why we're really generously greasing it. And because it's a delicious black forest cake, what my mother's gonna use as well, instead of regular flour, we're gonna dust it with cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder.
Yeah. And the typical dusting where after you just tap the pan around over your sink or over something that after you're gonna have to clean there, but she taps it around on the side as you see, like that. There you go. And it's gonna give a nice coating and it's gonna stick to the shortening. So she's just tapping it all around like that. So it's coating.
If you need to add a little bit more cocoa powder, just add it.
That's it. Yeah, all of them. It's as simple as that. It's just really assuring that the release is done, because if you do, when you decorate, want your cake exposed a little bit more, you don't want any chunks to have remained in the pan. And then the next step, what's it gonna be? Making?
We're gonna make the batter.
Make the batter. This is a delicious chocolate-based cake. We need a delicious chocolate-based cake. When you think of a black forest, it's a dark, rich, delicious cake. So what you will need is flour, cocoa, sugar, eggs. What else do we have here, Matt?
We have a little bit of salt, baking powder, vanilla extract, and some melted butter cooled.
There you go. So what we'll be doing is sifting the dry ingredients, and then in the process of what goes first, we'll show you it on a closer look. We'll be doing this with a stand mixer. You can also do it with a hand mixer.
Okay, use the electric mixer, yeah.
Ready?
Oh yeah, very ready.
Okay, we're gonna take you in on a closer look. This has to go a good 6-7 minutes, but paying attention more visually, because what are we looking for?
You're looking for a very pale yellow, and it has to almost like triple in size, but I would say for a good 6 to 7 minutes
Kind of
on
the
low,
basic-
medium speed.
Yeah. Well, low, medium. Low at the start so that the sugar doesn't disperse everywhere, and then
And it
I'm
makes
on
it low, yeah.
I'm on speed 4 on the KitchenAid, and this has been going for about 4 minutes, so the color has went from a darker yellow to a very pale yellow because the sugar is being incorporated, the air is being incorporated, and it's kind of like the base of making a custard or a cream. So I'll zoom in and I'll show you guys really what this looks like. And in the meantime, you saw us sift all the dry ingredients. And what we have left to add in is just the melted and cooled butter with the vanilla as liquid ingredients afterwards. So this will all be done in the stand mixer. Okay, so the cake batter has been fully mixed together. What we did is just with the spatula scraped around the sides and also ensuring at the bottom that the whisk ended up getting all of those dry bits because we don't want any dry clumps when baking this cake. And now with our 2 cocoa dusted pans, we're just going to split the batter evenly in 2, and it's going to go to bake in a 350 degrees preheated oven.
And it's hard to tell, I mean, with the chocolate sponge, I mean, if it's done or not. So you really have to be careful and make sure that when you insert the toothpick that it's completely dry. If not, keep it in a few more minutes.
And then we are gonna put it to the side to cool.
It has to cool completely before we add the whipped cream. I have a little scale here. I have to maybe to measure to make sure that the batter is evenly dispersed in the pans.
Yeah, and as always, ingredients, measurements, directions, always found in the video description where you'll be able to see the exact amount that went into each cake pan as well as the measurement of the cake pan we are choosing to use today. So we will fill this in, get them baking, and you will see us at the next step when we'll be making the frosting.
Whipped cream.
The whipped
That's
cream.
right.
Yeah. Afterwards, in making this whipped cream, what we just want to specify that we did is we pre-chilled the bowl just to help stabilize and keep everything nice and chilled. So we went ahead and we started to whip the whipping cream, and once nice and thickened, we started to gradually incorporate the powdered sugar, and then afterwards we slowly incorporated the gelatin mixture. But we wanted to be sure, just making sure that it is not too hot. So you want to prepare that a few minutes in advance so that it kind of gets back down to room temperature, because obviously we don't want to kill the fact that this was chilled, because we will be piping straight away. You can re-whisk it if you want to just smooth down the consistency, but we'll be piping it, and this does not have to chill at all. So that's our little trick, my mom's little trick in basically getting faster results in making this cake quickly. So for decorating, what you'll need is a piping bag with whatever type of tip that you want. You decorate as you wish, and some nice cherries, and also Amarena cherry syrup, which are the most delicious cherries ever, and this syrup is to die for. I absolutely love this. And this is going to be a key in this cake. So this is our filling ingredients, our toppings, and we will get straight to decorating. And there you saw how easy it is to make a black forest cake. Now it does have a few steps, but honestly very simple to make, every single step. We just want to stress that taking the time to make things properly cool, properly chill, and waiting before slicing at least 3 to 4 hours if doing this cake and to serve the same day. If not, the day prior is always best to do a cake like this because you want it to properly set before slicing in, because you don't want everything just to ooze out, as much as it will, because there'll still be a little bit of that cherry filling that will slide out. It's totally great. We also wanted to mention that this cake here was prior done yesterday for a separate occasion, so we do have 2 cakes showing, but the ingredients, measurements, and the directions are solely for one cake here, which was our 4-layer cake, and then the leftovers made about 2 extra little parfait types if you wish. Honestly, we impressed ourselves. This is so, if only you knew the attempts of making this before. No, but all jokes aside, honestly, this is a very simple cake to make. This is perfect for any time of year, but this to me just reminds me of birthdays. And also, I mean, the chocolate and the cherries, it's a perfect Valentine's. That's why we wanted to showcase it for this time around. As you saw, even with the leftovers, we ended up making some fun little parfaits. It's one like looking this way is a layer, and then my mom ended up doing another looking a little bit more like a dome. Chocolate shavings, or some with, I find the sprinkles is really more, I don't want to say traditional, but old school. Growing up, we would always have this cake. Like my mother said, it was her favorite, one of her favorite desserts. And birthdays, my dad's birthday, etc. Black Forest is a staple in my mind. And there's even a picture, or maybe I'll post it, of us for our birthdays having Black Forest cakes. That's it. That's as simple as that. Enjoy it. We're gonna take a little bite. We already snuck a little taste test in prior, but the syrup makes the sponge so
tender.
Yes, and moist, and the cherries. Look at this bite.
Delicious.
Let's have it in a spoonful.
It is. It's very light tasting.
And it's not over sweet, exactly. We will slice into one of these and show you guys just what it looks like on the inside. But once again, thank you for tuning in. We hope you guys give this one a try. A very simple recipe to make that will surely wow your loved ones or your gals this time of year. You can also check out our recipe website at www.loveandchewy.net, where you'll be able to see the step-by-step instructions on how to replicate this dessert. If you are more visual, that will be a place where you can go check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in. We wish you a happy Sunday, and as always, continue to
love what you eat.
You know we do.
Yeah.
Bye for now.
Ciao.
So good. Yeah.
Delicious. And it's such a stunning cake, I find. Really, really nice.
It looks like bakery cake. It really does look like bakery cake.
Yeah.
We can sell these, but we won't.
We'll
You guys
eat them.
can make it yourself.
We'll eat them.